Put in that work, I'ma make them remember. I just broke down hella trees, yelling timber. Stand in the line, they put me in the center. It blow their mind when they see how I'm winning. Went back and doubled up, now you in trouble. My all hustle, my diamonds are huddled up. TGOD got this off the muscle. Ask me about my life, man, I love it, I love it. Got so many rings, I need room for another one. Been through the pain, now it ain't no more struggle. My team win the game, put our face on the cover, brother, we the champions.
Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
You see, it's two type of people in life. It's people that wait.
It's week 15 of the National Football League, and we'll see the Colts leader at quarterback, as he's gone over 4,000 yards passing now for the year. It's the Colts and the Broncos, and it's coming up next.
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Indianapolis. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Throwing Jones. He's got Mason complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Jones. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. He finds Corey Davis. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 43. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Ali. And he is going to lose yardage here. All told, it's a loss of 8 on the play. Face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack, but that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing it.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Quiddy Pay has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
Well, did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. They go play action here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Foster on 3rd down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They'll try and throw for it here. He finds his man, complete. It's McKinney. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They get 25 yards out of that one, and it'll give the Colts a first down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found.
And Foster loses the football. It's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some room to work. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
That's a very nice game there, a confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
All defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 18. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
They'll run with Carter. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 of the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
One more time with Carter. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-0. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. 2nd drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Foster. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. To throw on 2nd down. Foster. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Foster. Buying time to his left. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The Colts at 9-4 now on the year. And they've lost 3 straight here. And it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football, but they were to fall here. And now they're looking to go 4 games without a win. Things can start converting themselves pretty quickly from this point forward. Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 15. So that was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. You had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Jones. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlines, but incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Returnable for Lockett. Nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Now Foster to throw. Off play action. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now of the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get Scouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Jones now. They're bringing a blitz. He'll get this one complete to Davis. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's a 1st down and then some, a 32-yard pickup. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Here's Foster off the play fake. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. And quickly they get to the line. Foster now looking to throw on 2nd down. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one completes Alec Pierce. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation, and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Off play action. Foster escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Now Foster, a final shot before break. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. But the Colts ready to go to work to start the third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Off the play fake, Foster. And the Broncos get there and take him down. And they're going to speed things up here. Foster to throw on second down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now Foster to throw on 1st and 10. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. In trouble, and he's taken down. The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
Operating from the gun, Foster. He finds Pierce. It's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 40. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Here's Foster. Off play action. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And his kick here is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. And all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
Yeah, I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now a handoff up the middle. Ali, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Jones from the gun on third down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
When you're backed up this deep, sometimes defenses sacrifice coverage for pass rush because they know you can only go so far on your pass drop. You get the back of the end zone. So they came after him. He took the shot downfield. He didn't connect. But, boy, that was force against force.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Foster now on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught at the 25. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. And this is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. They'll run here with Taylor. And That play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now Foster looking to throw on second down. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Colts go up by 2 touchdowns. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give him a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it's in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. They'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Denver's offense ready to go again.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Off play action. Foster over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Foster.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Foster throwing on 4th down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Colts look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league.
Touchdown! Greg Dulcich, 45 yards. And the Broncos are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Lutz good on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 24-10. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Indy set to go on offense once more. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football, you've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right. I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Foster. He's going to let it go again. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play. And he could not pull it in.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now Foster to throw. Off the play fake. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. They'll look to throw again. He'll drop this down to Taylor. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 27. Back to throw. Foster. He hits his target. Lockett. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Here's Foster. From the gun, he'll throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Broncos are right back in this football game. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field, but sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up second down. Throwing, Jones. On the slant, he's got Davis. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The quick slant, good for a first down, a gain of 12. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Normally he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
On 2nd and 10, Jones on the slant completes to Sutton. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Jones. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by her. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. Jones. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Jones. This will be caught just inside the 10. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Jones. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Late game situation, things seem to be unraveling just a little bit. And that's when you start forcing the football, mainly out of necessity. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete, nearly picked off.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Jones. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Lutz with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Broncos 17.
Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And the Colts are going to recover the football. And that should be enough to get them home. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And look at this. They get the intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Broncos are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
He's got a man complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now Jones. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last two snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Jones. And that is caught. It's Davis. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And we may very well be headed to overtime. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Foster. And this is going to be intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it's the Broncos who are going to get the first shot at things. They'll have it here as we start in overtime. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down to get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Carter. To about the 40-yard line.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jones, he'll let this go deep for Sutton. It got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A huge play there in overtime. 46 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Ali. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. On 2nd down, it's Ali. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. Into the hands of Patrick left side. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, good start for him under center here in overtime. Now 3 of 3.
And this is where you have to know who you have playing quarterback. You've got a confident thrower right now, someone who's taking care of the ball, but not being timid as well, and is moving the team downfield. That opens up your playbook and allows you to dial up some big shots if you want them.
Carter is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Carter again. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tie.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And they're going with some extra beef up front. They've got to have this one in overtime. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Carter. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And now 4th down. What do you do?
And after being stuffed on that play, it puts a little doubt in the minds of a head coach who has the football, I'm sure. Do we go for it here? Do we take the 3 points and continue to play on? Because you know he wants to get in the end zone. That ends the game. But I've been on the defensive side before. They've got to be energized right now and almost challenging them to go for it because they've got to be confident.
They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And this Colts defense comes up with a goal line stand. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on fourth down. They're now 1 for 3 on fourth down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on fourth down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have fourth down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
First down now, but that clock rolling.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Looking to throw. Foster. Wide open receiver complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Foster now throwing on first down. He finds his man complete. That's McLaughlin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 26-yard line. Off the play fake. Foster. This is caught. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
So it's a win here for the Colts, and it was thanks in part to the play of their third-year quarterback.
Yeah.
Make major moves, still the same ones that I came with. Up in a payment, told you we nothing to play with. Guess some things unchangeable. Me and my thirst insatiable. Till we all big time. Face on my rollie on big time. Facing my goals, that's a big climb. Still my floor is unshakable. Run it up, I cannot quit it. I need it, I ain't where I wanna be. I can admit it. Never submitting, I'm fighting my darkest of thoughts. I am a force. I harbor the light that's inside of my heart. I write in my art and give you my story. You the witness. I came on a mission to give you my pain and give you my glory.